The Yolobox Pro lets you go live to Amazon. I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. So let's jump over to the Yolobox Pro. We're going to select the plus sign, create a live stream, and we're going to just name this test. Select create, and now we have our first event. We're gonna go into that event. By default, you're able to authenticate to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch natively inside the Yolobox Pro. However, we need to connect to Amazon, and so we're gonna use the RTMP destination settings. Now, in order to connect to Amazon, we're going to link using the RTMP, and we are going to send an email to ourselves so that we can enter the correct information. Now we received an email, so that means let's go and check the email that the Yolobox Pro just sent us. Up at the top, we see that I have my complete your RTMP setting email. Using the link provided, I can create an RTMP name, which will be Amazon Live, making sure that I put in the correct server URL and my own unique stream key to live stream to Amazon. Now, once I've entered in the correct RTMP name, which can be anything that you want, just make sure it's something that you actually remember, and then my server URL and my server stream key, then I can select the send. We don't have to worry about authentication in this case because Amazon Live doesn't require it. Once you hit send, you'll get the successful message, and make sure that you get the successful message. After you've done this, one thing that I recommend strongly is to reboot your Yolobox Pro. That way you have your new RTMP settings set up correctly. In this case, we should see Amazon Live once we reboot our Yolobox Pro, and now an option for us to live stream too. If you don't know how to access your Amazon server URL or stream key information, make sure that you check out my Facebook community group dedicated to Amazon Live. That link is in the description section of this video. Or if you want to watch more videos on Amazon Live in general, I'll link to those in the end card of this video as well. Now that our Yolobox has fully booted back up, we're going to go back into our test stream event. Now, as you can see right now, there's nothing connected, no microphone and no cameras. So let's get some connections going first. The Yolobox allows us to connect HDMI connections. So what I like to do is not just directly connect my camera's HDMI, but I like to use these adapters, these HDMI adapters that are 90-degree angles. That way my cables don't bend. So first I'll start off by putting these on input 1 and on input 2 because I'm going to use two cameras. Now I'm going to connect my two cameras, and the first camera that I'm going to use is my PTZ Optics camera, and I'm going to connect via HDMI. That camera is right over my shoulder. So we'll input camera 1. The second camera that I'm going to use will be the GoPro Hero 10. Now this is an action camera that easily connects to the Yolobox Pro as well, in addition to being used in a whole bunch of other use cases. So we're going to connect that to HDMI 2. Now, if I had a third camera that I wanted to connect for this setup, we could obviously use HDMI 3, but I do have a USB webcam, and that's where the Yolobox Pro definitely stands out above other video switches because I can connect a USB device into it. So I have a PTZ Optics webcam that I'm going to use, and we'll make that our third input. We'll plug this into the USB port. We'll just set this on the front of the desk right now. Now it's time to connect a microphone, and typically when I'm doing a live stream on Amazon, I like to be mobile and walk people around the different environment that I'm in. Most of the times it's right here in the home studio, and I use the Rode Wireless Go 2. But sometimes I also use my Rodecaster Pro, which allows me to use more professional microphones like my Shure SM7B or even my Sennheiser MKH50 shotgun microphone that I'm using right now to record this video. So with two different options, I can connect either a direct microphone in or a line input from a true audio mixer type of device. So let's connect our Rode Wireless Go. Using the mic input 3.5mm, we'll connect our Rode Wireless Go, make sure that we turn on our transmitter and our receiver, and now we have all the physical components ready to start live streaming on Amazon. Now the next part of this video is very important because it's the settings you need to live stream to Amazon. Amazon platform is very specific in the resolution that you can send to their platform, and in a lot of cases when people try to multi-stream, Amazon typically doesn't work. You can multi-stream to other platforms while using Amazon Live, but your settings for Amazon need to be specific. So let's start by going to the Amazon Live setting, our new RTMP setting, turning that on. And then we're also going to adjust the resolution. So we're going to change from 1080p to 720p. Then we're also going to go into the settings option and we're going to scroll to the video encoding settings. We're going to make sure that we're using 2000, and typically I use 30 frames per second as well. I like to add a little design by using a countdown timer before I go live on Amazon, which allows me to make sure that everything is running smoothly before I actually go live. Now we also want to make sure that this test goes well too, because I'm going to link below the exact URL to watch the test footage. Now, if you want to watch the real footage where I actually demoed the entire Yolobox and some of the components that I use, I'll link to that video as well just below the test footage. So let's go into our audio settings, because we're only going to use our microphone audio. We're going to make sure that we turn off the HDMI and any other sources that could possibly bring in audio. Once we verify that, we are good to go. Now that we have everything physically connected and ready to go, we can now stream to Amazon. So let's hit go live on Amazon. So as the countdown timer is approaching our start time, let's jump into our Amazon Live Creators app, because we have to make sure that the feed is being transferred successfully and to actually start the live stream. So we'll select preview. And once the practice now button is highlighted, or if you're going live for real, you actually see the go live option ready to go. Go ahead and press that button. And now we are live on Amazon. So I'm actually looking at my GoPro, which is feeding camera input number 2 for my Amazon live stream. And now I can produce my whole show just using the Yolobox Pro. I can also switch between my other inputs, HDMI 1, which is my PTZ camera, which is my behind the scenes shot, which allows you guys to see everything that we have going on here to record this video, along with my USB camera that's directly in front of me, which is giving me another angle for this live stream. Now, as you're live on Amazon, what I like to do is make sure that I check the comments on the screen and making sure that I'm swiping through the product carousels and everything is working properly. So on my iPad right now, I have different products available that people can watch and see what I'm talking about. The Yolobox Pro, obviously. I have my adapters that I'm using for my HDMI connections in my carousel. I have my GoPro and my Media Mod in the carousel below this video. So this is a great opportunity to earn commissions through the Amazon platform, just talking about things that I use and providing tutorial information on how to use them. Make sure that you follow me on Amazon Live and I'll return the favor. Just let me know in the comment section what your Amazon Live handle is. And if you need to learn more about that platform in particular, check out the rest of these videos right here on the channel.